Hey y'all, I'm Miss Busby and I'm going to show you about the different indicator tests that we can use to see which biomolecules are in a different solution. So our first test is the lipid test. We use the solution Sudan-3 to test for lipids. I've got 3 test tubes here. One is a control that only contains water. Water should not have any lipids in it. The next test tube is filled with starch solution. Starch solution should not have lipids in it, so that should show a negative result as well. And then our last test tube contains vegetable oil. Vegetable oil does contain lipids, so we should see a positive result for that one. So if you take a look for the water, really all you see is a faint pink color to it, which is the color of the Sudan-3 solution. For the starch, again, you see that pink color, which is the color of the starch, which is mostly white, with the color of the Sudan-3. But we don't see a clear definition between red and a clear white color, which would be the positive type result. When we look at the lipids, you notice up here maybe that there is a slight line where you've got red, but then at the very top a little bit of layer of clearish white. So that's going to be the positive result. Sudan-3 attaches to the lipid molecules, and so it will color the lipid molecules red, and then the rest of the liquid will be clearish white. So that's our positive result for the lipid test. Okay, our next test is the protein test. We use biuret solution to test for proteins in a solution. So we're still using water as a control. Water should not contain proteins in it. Our negative will be Sprite. According to the can, there are 0 grams of protein in Sprite, so that should be a negative result as well. Our positive substance will be gelatin. Gelatin is found in a lot of different desserts like pudding or jello that gives it a little bit more of a solid texture. It might also clue us in that it's a protein because it ends with the letters IN. There are several protein names that end with IN. So when we look at these results, you've got kind of nothing for water. You've got a yellowish, interesting color for Sprite, and then a purple color for the gelatin. So gelatin contains protein. Gelatin is a protein. When biuret solution mixes with protein, it turns purple, and that gives us the positive result. So purple is positive for protein. Gelatin is protein. The Sprite is negative. It's just a yellowish color. And then also water is negative, more clear than anything. On to the next test. Okay, here are the results for our monosaccharide test. We used Benedict solution. We heated up each of the test tubes. The control is water again, and it's just the light blue color of the Benedict solution. So that's a negative result. The next test tube contains starch. Starch does not contain monosaccharides. Starch is lots of monosaccharides that have been connected together to create a polysaccharide. So there should only be polysaccharides in this solution, and we can see that because it tests negative for monosaccharides. The Sprite solution is going to show us our positive result. When the Benedict solution connects to the monosaccharides, it changes them to this orange color. So this is our positive result on the monosaccharide test. Now for testing polysaccharides. Our last test is the polysaccharide test. So here we've got the control water. Our negative is Sprite. Sprite contains glucose, which is a monosaccharide, like we saw in the previous test. Our positive is going to be starch solution that you might use to clean your clothes with. So you can just find that in the laundry aisle. So our water is really just the color of the iodine. It's a reddish brown color. Same for the Sprite. It's that reddish orange brown that is the color of the iodine. And then for our starch, we see that purplish black color. The purplish black color is the positive result for the polysaccharide iodine test. So there you go. Hopefully this helped you to see the results of the indicator test and understand a little bit better about how we can know which biomolecules are in which solutions. See you later.